Hey, hello and welcome to Dream 11 IPL. We are going to be looking at the review of game number 12 between Rajasthan Royals and Kolkata Knight Riders happened at Dubai. Steve Smith won the toss and he elected to bowl first considering the due factor. Jofra Archer started with the express pace of bowling consistently over 145, really troubled Sunil Narine and Shubman Gill. Steve Smith did the intelligent thing. He just gave an over to Archer and he holded Archer's 3 overs late for the later part of the innings for likes of Andre Russell and Dinesh Karthik. Sunil Narine lost his wicket for 15 runs. There was Nitish Rana came in at number 3, had a decent partnership with Subman Gill. Subman Gill really played exceptionally well. He scored his boundaries through picking up the gaps and going straight down the ground. He showed how to play on this surface. We saw the wicket of Nitish Rana to Rahul Tewatia at almost the 8th and 9th over mark. But early in that over, there was a spike confirmed on the ultra edge. It's been the third time wicketkeeper haven't noticed it and haven't appealed for it. We saw MS Dhoni didn't appeal for a wicket of Prithvi Shaw and Bairstow, and today Charles Butler didn't pick the noise. That was really surprising. What's happening? Because without a crowd, you need to be able to hear that bit of a noise coming off the bat. I'm not sure what's happening with around. And after of Nitish Rana, Russell came in at number 4. Maybe their plan was to boost the run rate. When Russell gets going, he came very early at the 12th over mark. If he bats for the 8 overs, if he faces around 20 to 30 deliveries, it's a different ball game. It's going to be a big boosting your score to a greater extent. But what Steve Smith did, time to bring in Jofra Archer, those 3 overs completely held things tight. There were also Jofra Archer picked up wicket of Shubman Gill at an express pace. Shubman Gill closed the face of the bat too early. He got a leading edge and was caught by Jofra Archer. Defaultly pressure on Andre Russell, the new batsman in DK. Andre Russell started to target the bowler at the other end. He hit Shreyas Gopal for 2-6 over leg side. And the next over, Jofra Archer in return picked up the wicket of DK and added extreme pressure. And the next over, Ankit Rajput was hit for a 6 by Andre Russell. The clear thing was notice pace 145 from Jofra Archer and 130-35 from Ankit Rajput. Clearly illustrated how comfortable they were against a bowler who bowls at 130 after facing a bowler who bowls consistently at 145 with extra pace and extra bounce. Ankit Rajput did the smart thing by bowling outside off fuller length delivery to Andre Russell. He bowled away from his arc. Andre Russell wasn't able to hit a big six on the offside and was dismissed. And later part of the innings was took control by Ian Morgan. He did exceptionally well, scored a crucial 34, which allowed Kolkata Knight Riders to post a pass score of 174, which is really a good total. After dismissal of Russell, it looked like they will be scoring around 150 or 140, but the way Morgan carried his innings, the way he dominated Tom Curran, his fellow Englishmen, he knew where he is going to bowl. He is going to bowl outside off stump. He just came across the line and upsetted his line and rhythm. He scored runs freely against Tom Curran. Clearly, the skipper outsmarted his fellow Englishmen. And when Rajasthan Royals came into bat, they didn't come out of Sharjah. That was clearly uh, shown. Steve Smith, he wanted to target Pat Cummins. He wanted to score big. He just swing his bat. There was a drop chance early on the same over. Smith was dismissed, caught behind by Dinesh Karthik. Sanju Samson, first 2 deliveries he hit was on the middle of the bat, but Why you need to go for big shots all the time? It's not Sharjah where you can clear the infield frequently. You're playing at Dubai. You need to adapt to the conditions, which Sanju Samson, Steve Smith, Josh Butler didn't do. Messed up completely, lost half of their side for the just around 8 over mark and completely lost the game there, because this is a middle order that has nothing, no experience, no the reliable batsmen who can take you and win you games. They can come and whack you for sixes then and there. Sharjah may be an ideal ground, smaller boundaries. You can come and swing your bat for a few boundaries and sixes. But playing in Dubai, you need to adapt to condition. You need to stay till the end. You have to fight. You have to earn for your runs. Every sweat that you need to work for your hard for your runs early in the innings so that you can play your natural shots. Runs is automatically going to come in the later part of the innings once you used to the wicket, which Rajasthan Royals completely failed to do. Kolkata Knight Riders bowled exceptionally well as well. Their fielding was top class. Half chances was converted into catches, picked up wickets. Shivamavi picked up two. Kamlesh Naharkoti picked up two. Varun Chakravarti picked up two. There was even contribution from the bowlers, exceptional contribution from the fielders. Completely took the game away from Rajasthan Royals. Now they need to get back to the drawing board and adapt to the conditions. If not on Sharjah, how our game plan is going to be, because too early in the innings the middle order has been exposed. Thank God they will be happy about this, because if this kind of a situation has arisen only in the later part of the game of the tournament, they would they would not be able to come back strong. But this is too early in the tournament. They have plenty of time to assess. They have plenty of a huge hole in that middle order to fix. Shane Warne is back as a coach. He is going to be a mentor of the team. He is going to give you the pointers. If that's the case, what's going to be the plan for the number 4 or number 5? Tom Curran really played exceptionally well. He was the only one who showed a bit of a fight back. He stayed till the end and was able to score few sixes at the later part of the innings. Was able to whack sixes with free flow of the bat. He scored a 50, which took them to a reasonable total. Else they would have been out of the game too early on the contest. Maybe in the 13th over or 14th over mark, they would have been all out. He was the one who just took the game, and he showed if you stay till the end, you can score runs. If imagine if Steve Smith or Josh Butler or Sanju Samson with Tom Curran, if they have carried this innings, who knows? This 37 run margin could have been as much easier for them to score. I think if the same thing happens for the next 2 or 3 games, if top order fails and middle order doesn't shine, one of them needs to bat at number 4. Maybe SHB Jaiswal might come into the team to open the innings and Steve Smith have to come in at number 4. Maybe this could be a scenario if this happens consistently. If they lose early wickets and the middle order wasn't able to perform, one of them need to come into the middle order and keep the things holding it tight to win them tournament, because those kind of a 200s in Sharjah can't win you tournaments. That can win you matches. That kind of a performance can't win you tournaments. If you want to win a tournament, you have to play responsibly, assess the conditions, where just 3 grounds you are going to play the entire tournament. You need to adapt, analyze. It's still too early part of the tournament. I'm being a bit harsh on Rajasthan Royals, but you need to be spot on. Every game matters when it gets into the later part of the tournament.